everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lisa and I'm crazy about perfumes. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Italian perfumes in my collection. I was having a look at my collection and I was trying to see which country was most represented, and it turned out to be Italy. So for purposes of determining which country a perfume comes from, I'm going by the home country of the brand. The first one I want to talk about is Peony by Dolce & Gabbana. Dolce & Gabbana was founded in the early 1980s in Milan, in Italy, and they released their first perfume in the early 90s. Peony is a 2019 release. It's considered a floral fruity fragrance with notes of pear, peony, and patchouli. I thought I would love this fragrance based on how it smelled on a former coworker, but unfortunately I struggle a little bit with this one. I'm assuming it's because of the patchouli. But let's take a look at the bottle. It's actually really quite gorgeous. Beautiful shape. It's got the flower on top, that bow there. And the bottle itself is also a lovely color. This is a 50 ml eau de parfum and I purchased it in store in Meyer. Dolce is one of the perfume lines by Dolce & Gabbana, and it includes Violet, Shine, and Garden. I haven't had a chance to try those. That's it with its top off, and let's give it a spray. Yeah, I think I said in a previous video, I actually didn't mind the initial spray, the initial top notes. I think it's only after it's been on my skin for a little bit that I begin to struggle with it. And unfortunately, that moment comes pretty quickly. I think I do prefer a lighter peony, maybe the peonies which are rounded out by roses and not really grounded. I would call this one a grounded peony. It's been weighed down by the patchouli. So again, not my favorite, but I will definitely finish it because I bought it. And I'll be keen to try the other fragrances in the Dolce line. Next we have Osmanthus by Acqua de Parma. Acqua de Parma is quite an old brand. It's over 100 years old. It was founded in 1916 in the town of Parma. And the first fragrance was Colonia. This one is a 100 ml eau de parfum and I purchased it in David Jones in Sydney during my trip there. Osmanthus is part of their Signatures of the Sun range, and this one is quite a big favorite of mine. I actually really love this fragrance. This one has notes of neroli, pink pepper, and Osmanthus. Patchouli is also listed as a base note in this one, but in this fragrance I don't smell it as much. Acqua de Parma's fragrances come in this distinctive bottle. At one point I did have one or two from Acqua de Parma which were in a slightly different bottle, but this one is the one which is for me most recognizable. That's it with its cap off. Let's give it a spray. Oh, oh dear. Yeah, this one makes me really happy when I wear it. I love it so much. Very much a white floral. Really warm, sweet, really a stunning fragrance. I'm really happy with this one. Next we have Rose Alexandrie from Armani Prive. Armani, the fashion house, was founded in 1975 in Milan. Their first fragrance was launched in the early 80s. It was called Armani by Giorgio Armani. The Armani Prive line for perfumes started in mid-2000s. Niche perfumeries started becoming more prominent in that time, and fashion houses like Armani, Dior, Chanel, they all started to step into the niche perfumery market with their own more exclusive, more niche perfume lines. They all come in this distinctive bottle with what I call the pebble top. And what I really like about this bottle is that the label is made of metal, not of paper. This one is a 50ml eau de toilette, and I purchased it for my birthday last year from David Jones here in Brisbane. I would call this a citrus rose. It has notes of bergamot, neroli, and rose. That's it with its top off. I really enjoy this fragrance. I brought it with me to Malaysia on my trip earlier this year. It's got a bit of a sparkling quality, I think due to the citruses. Let's give it a spray. I find this one really easy to wear. Yes, oh my gosh. Another gorgeous one. This one had been on my list for a long time. And I think I've only started to purchase more expensive fragrances, I'd say maybe in the last 12 months. Before that, I would never really consider anything above the $150 mark. Really enjoy this one, and I've been finding it in the winter months here in Brisbane when it's colder. I just add on a couple extra sprays for this one because it is an eau de toilette concentration, so if I want to smell it a bit more on me, I just spray a bit more. There are a couple more in the Prive line I'm quite interested in. There's a tea fragrance, which I did try when I was purchasing this one, but I ended up getting this one because it had been on my list for such a long time. Next, we have Vanilla Square by Maison Tahite. Maison Tahite is the newest brand out of the Italian perfumes in my collection. Their first fragrance was released in 2020. I couldn't find on their website which city they were founded in, but on their packaging it says Avigliana, which is a city in the Piedmont region of Italy. On their website, Maison Tahite has 3 lines: vanilla, cocoa, and coffee. I found this one in Libertine Parfumerie in store here in Brisbane, and it was a number of vanilla fragrances that I tried, but I love this one the most. They all come in this style of bottle. This one is a 100ml eau de parfum, and I have described this as a vanilla bomb. It starts off pretty strong, but after a few hours it settles quite close to the skin. This is a 2020 release, and it's described as an amber vanilla fragrance with notes of vanilla flower, vanilla, praline, and benzoin. So let's give it a spray. Ooh. Yeah, it's like, for me it's like meringue, or that sugar cookie, I don't know what the Italian name is, that in a cafe here in Brisbane is served with their coffee. So it's very much a gourmand fragrance for me, very much a vanilla sugary dessert. It is exactly what I wanted when I was looking for a vanilla fragrance, but I do find it a little challenging to wear, and I have made a note that I must absolutely wear it more in the colder months because I can't imagine myself wearing this once it gets warmer here in Brisbane. Next we have La Imperatrice by Dolce & Gabbana. So I have two from Dolce & Gabbana. This was from their anthology line, and it's currently the only one available. And even then, it's not that easy to find. This was a lucky find for me, as I happened to stumble across it one day on my way to work at a pharmacy. I was so happy that I found it that day, and it's something I've really enjoyed wearing. I've seen it online described as a summer fragrance, but I've actually rather enjoyed wearing it in the winter months here in Brisbane. This was a 2009 release, and the original bottles had the number 3 on the label to signify that this was the third of the anthology line. This is described as a floral aquatic fragrance. It has notes of kiwi, rhubarb, and watermelon. I very much smell the watermelon in this fragrance. That's it with its top off, and let's give it a spray. It's gorgeous color as well. There's that sweet fruitiness. Yes, gorgeous fragrance. Makes me really happy when I smell this one. And this bottle is a 100 ml eau de toilette. And the last one of the Italian perfumes in my collection is by any other name from ALTAIA. So ALTAIA stands for a long time ago in Argentina. The brand was founded by a couple who have shared history of family in Argentina, hence the name a long time ago in Argentina. And the brand is based in Rome. By Any Other Name was launched in 2015. It is a floral fragrance. It's meant to have captured the smell of an English garden at the time that one of the founders' mothers was proposed to. It has notes of bergamot, lychee, rose, peony, osmanthus. So a lot of my favorite ingredients all rolled up in one. The bottle is really gorgeous. This is a 100 ml eau de parfum, and it's got a very heavy cap there and beautiful lines, sleek lines of the bottle. That's it with its cap off. Let's give it a spray. Yeah, oh my goodness, there's that fresh dewy rose. Really lovely. And what I have found with this one is that it says eau de parfum, but it's not what I expected an eau de parfum to perform like. It's one of the lightest eau de parfum that I've had in my collection. So in my opinion, it might even be a bit misleading. Like, to me, it's more of an eau de toilette, and that's something to bear in mind if you're interested to look into this brand, because I purchased this in store at Mecca Cosmetica, and I was told a lot of the fragrances in this brand perform the same. What I found is that while with other fragrances I'm happy with 4 sprays, with this one it's been up to 10 sprays. Then I feel that I can smell it on me for a reasonable amount of time. So there they all are, the Italian fragrances in my collection. It's quite a lovely range of fragrances that I have, you know, like floral, rose, a little gourmand, and I'm really enjoying these. And it's been really fun sort of working out where they're from, which city their brand is from. I find that kind of information really interesting. What about you? Do you have any Italian fragrances in your collection? And do you have any that you recommend? I'd love to try some more. If you made it this far, please consider subscribing. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to date. I've been really happy to have you here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!